Patrick Hicks Music Stories presents Every Grammys Ever, the 20th Annual Grammy Awards, February 23rd, 1978. So we've got a new host tonight, no more Andy Williams, John Denver takes over, and we're looking back at the year 1977. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think of 1977 in music, I think of one thing, punk rock. You could have a Best New Artist category from punk and punk-adjacent bands alone. The Sex Pistols, The Clash, The Buzzcocks, Television, Elvis Costello, Talking Heads. What an absolute amazing year. But I know what you're thinking. It's not realistic that any of these bands would have been nominated. This is the Grammys. They're not going to reward anything new or exciting or cutting edge or dangerous. And that's the problem. Even though the 70s have been pretty good and definitely an improvement over the 60s, the Grammys are still safe and boring, even when compared to other awards shows. Look at what we did get for nominees in the Best New Artist category. Sean Cassidy, Andy Gibb, Foreigner, and the winner, Debbie Boone. Now, in her defense, her song You Light Up My Life was huge that year. In fact, it was one of, if not the biggest songs of the entire decade. It stayed at number 1 on the Billboard charts for 10 weeks, which was a record at the time. But come on, Debbie Boone?
And you light up my life. You give me hope.
You Light Up My Life also won Song of the Year, along with, in the first ever tie in the category, Barbra Streisand's evergreen love theme from A Star Is Born. Neither of those songs won in the Record of the Year category. That went to the Eagles' Hotel California.
Man, come on. I had a rough night and I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face.
Now, the Album of the Year category was much more interesting, with some legit all-timers on it. You had Steely Dan getting their first Album of the Year nomination with Asia, Fleetwood Mac with Rumours, the Eagles with Hotel California, the Star Wars soundtrack by John Williams, and the James Taylor album JT. But before we get to the winner, let's talk about what else came out in 1977 that wasn't nominated. In addition to all of the amazing punk records I mentioned, there was also David Bowie's Heroes and Low. 2 masterpieces, 1 year. And still to this point, David Bowie has never been nominated for a Grammy. And wait till you see what he finally does get nominated for. It's an even bigger insult. You also had Exodus by Bob Marley, Iggy Pop's Lust for Life, Kraftwerk's hugely influential Trans-Europe Express, and, strangely, given that he will have success later on, Billy Joel's The Stranger. And the Album of the Year Grammy goes to...
Fleetwood Mac!
Fleetwood Mac's Rumours. Okay, Grammys, I just can't stay mad at you this decade. Even though personally I care more about what was happening at CBGB's in 1977 than I do what was happening in Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks' bedroom, it's Rumours. I'm not going to be mad about Rumours being picked as Album of the Year. I've said before that one of the reasons I think awards shows are important are as a time capsule, so people in the future can look back and see what music people consider to be important at the time. And if I'm thinking of the music of the 70s, Rumours is going to be one of the first albums that comes to mind, so this is a great choice. God save the Queen, Stevie Nicks. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for the highs and lows of the 21st Annual Grammy Awards in 1979.